Have you ever wondered how much time you really have left after turning 65? For many, 65 is more than just a number. It's a milestone, a new chapter, and sometimes a wake-up call. Every year after 65 feels more precious, and every day brings new questions. How healthy am I really? Am I doing enough to stay strong? Is there a way to know what my future holds? The truth is, your body is already giving you clues. Subtle, powerful signs that can reveal how many healthy years you might have ahead. These aren't guesses or old wives' tales. They're backed by real science, observed by doctors and researchers who have studied people who live long, vibrant lives. In this video, we'll uncover 5 scientifically proven signs that can predict how long you'll live after 65. By the end, you'll know exactly what to look for in your own body and lifestyle, and, more importantly, what you can do to add more healthy, happy years to your life. So, if you're over 65 or you love someone who is, stay with us. You might be overlooking small things that could have a huge impact on your future. Let's get started. Sign 1. Seeing your walking speed, the silent mirror of your health. Let's begin with something so simple, you might not even think about it, your walking speed. It's easy to assume that how fast you walk is just about age, or maybe just your mood that day. But science says otherwise. Multiple studies have shown that walking speed is one of the strongest predictors of longevity in older adults. In fact, doctors sometimes call it the 6th vital sign. Why does walking speed matter so much? Because it's not just about your legs. When you walk, your heart, lungs, muscles, nerves, and even your brain are all working together. If your walking speed is steady and brisk, even if it's not as fast as it was in your 30s, it's a sign that your body's systems are still in sync. Let's imagine 2 friends, both 68 years old. Amir walks every morning. He keeps a steady pace, doesn't struggle to cross the street, and can climb stairs without stopping to catch his breath. His movements are confident, balanced, and smooth. Rashid used to be active, but lately, he's slowed down. He takes frequent breaks, feels unsteady on his feet, and sometimes avoids going out because he's afraid of falling. What's the difference? Amir's walking speed is a sign that his heart, muscles, and brain are still working well together. Rashid's slower, unsteady walk could be a warning sign. Maybe his muscles are weakening, or his balance is off, or his heart isn't as strong as it used to be. The good news: walking speed is something you can improve. The more you walk, the stronger you stay. Even small efforts, like taking a daily walk using light weights, or doing simple leg exercises, can make a big difference. Ask yourself, do you walk with confidence, or do you feel yourself slowing down? Are you able to keep up with friends or family, or do you lag behind? If you've noticed yourself slowing down, don't ignore it. Start making small changes today, because how fast you move through life, literally, can tell you a lot about how long you'll keep moving at all. Sign 2. Your grip strength, the power in your hands. Now, let's talk about something you might never have thought about: your grip strength. It might sound strange, but the strength of your handshake, or how easily you can open a jar or carry groceries, can reveal a lot about your future health. Why is grip strength so important? Research has found that grip strength is one of the clearest indicators of overall vitality in older adults. A firm, steady grip suggests strong muscles, good circulation, and a well-functioning nervous system. On the other hand, a weak or declining grip can be an early warning sign of muscle loss, frailty, and even a higher risk of health complications. Let's meet 2 more people. Fatima, age 70, has always prided herself on her strong handshake. She stays active, does light weightlifting, and never has trouble opening jars or carrying her shopping bags. Said, also 70, has started noticing that simple tasks, like twisting the cap off a bottle or holding onto a heavy bag, feel harder than they used to. He dismisses it as just getting older, but what he doesn't realize is that his declining grip strength is signaling a loss of muscle mass, which could make him more prone to falls, injuries, and even a shorter life expectancy. Your hands are a reflection of your overall muscle health. If your grip is weakening, chances are so is the rest of your body. And the more strength you lose, the harder it becomes to stay independent, active, and resilient. But here's the good news: you can rebuild your grip strength. Simple exercises, like squeezing a tennis ball, using hand grippers, or even carrying light weights, can help maintain your grip and keep your muscles strong. Take a moment and test your grip. Does shaking hands feel weaker than it used to? Are everyday tasks getting harder? Don't ignore it, because how well you hold on to things today might just tell you how well you'll hold on to life in the years to come. If you're finding these insights valuable so far, comment Fei2 below to let us know you're here and paying attention. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the perfect time, so you never miss out on life-changing tips for healthy aging. Sign in 3. Your ability to stand up from a chair, the sit to stand test. Here's a simple test you can try right now. Can you stand up from a chair without using your hands? It sounds easy, but this one movement tests your legs, your balance, your core strength, and your coordination, all at once. Doctors and physical therapists use the sit to stand test as a quick way to check how well your body is aging. Why does this matter? If you can stand smoothly, without pushing off with your hands or feeling off balance, it means your internal systems are still strong. But if you struggle, need to use your hands, or feel wobbly, it may mean your muscles are aging faster than they should. Let's look at 2 examples. Natsia, age 67, can stand up from her favorite armchair with ease, even while holding a cup of tea. She's been doing gentle exercises for years and keeps her legs strong. Imran, also 67, finds it hard to get up from the sofa. He has to push off with his hands, sometimes rocks back and forth to get momentum, and feels a little dizzy when he finally stands. What's happening here? Nadzia's ability to stand up easily is a sign that her legs, core, and balance are still in good shape. Imran's struggle is a warning sign. His muscles may be weakening, his balance may be off, and he could be at higher risk for falls and injuries. The best part, you can improve this ability with just a few minutes of daily practice. Try doing sit to stand exercises, stand up from a chair, sit back down, and repeat. Even 5 minutes a day can make a dramatic difference. Ask yourself, do you need to use your hands to stand up from a chair? Do you feel steady, or do you wobble? If you notice any difficulty, don't ignore it. Start practicing today, because the easier it is for you to rise, the longer you're likely to stay independent and active. So far, we've talked about 3 powerful signs: your walking speed, your grip strength, and your ability to stand up from a chair. But there are 2 more signs that are just as important, and you might be overlooking them every day. Ready to discover what they are? Let's keep going. Sign 4. Your emotional resilience, the strength of your mind. Now let's talk about something that's often ignored, but is just as important as physical health: your emotional resilience. You might be wondering, what does my mood or attitude have to do with how long I'll live? The answer: everything. Science has shown that people who stay positive, social, calm, and mentally active after 65 tend to live longer, healthier lives. Why? Because your mind and body are deeply connected. Chronic stress, loneliness, sadness, and negative thinking don't just affect your mood. They weaken your immune system, strain your heart, and speed up the aging process. Let's meet 2 more people. Shabana, age 72, faces challenges just like anyone else. She's had health scares, lost loved ones, and sometimes feels lonely. But she's learned to handle stress with a calm, steady approach. She practices deep breathing, stays socially engaged, and doesn't dwell on problems longer than necessary. She laughs often, finds joy in small things, and keeps her mind active by reading and learning new skills. Yusuf, also 72, finds himself constantly worrying. He feels overwhelmed by small frustrations, holds on to stress, and often gets stuck in negative thought patterns. Over time, this constant stress wears on his body. His blood pressure rises, his sleep suffers, and his energy levels drop. What's the difference? Shabana's emotional resilience helps her body stay strong. Yusuf's chronic stress is quietly damaging his health. The science is clear. Long-term stress triggers inflammation in the body, which has been linked to nearly every major age-related disease, from Alzheimer's to heart conditions. On the other hand, laughter, hobbies, conversations, curiosity, and a sense of purpose all keep your brain and body younger. Ask yourself, when challenges arise, do you adapt and move forward, Or do you hold on to worry and let stress take control? Do you have hobbies, friends, or activities that bring you joy? If you're often feeling tense, irritable, or emotionally drained, don't ignore it. Finding ways to manage stress, whether through mindfulness, exercise, deep breathing, or even laughter, can add years to your life. Remember, your mind is one of your greatest health tools. Use it well. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, comment Fae4 below and share one thing you do to keep your mind strong and positive. Your story might inspire someone else. Sign Fifi, your balance, the unsung hero of longevity. Now, let's talk about a sign that's often overlooked until it's gone: your balance. You might not think about balance until you start losing it, but your ability to stand on one foot, even for just a few seconds, is one of the strongest predictors of how long you'll live after 65. Why is balance so important? Because it's a sign that your brain, nerves, and muscles are still communicating beautifully. Good balance means your nervous system is sharp, your muscles are strong, and your brain is healthy. Let's look at two more examples. Parveen, age 69, has always been active. She walks daily, does yoga, and can easily lift one foot off the ground for several seconds without wobbling. She feels confident moving around her home and isn't afraid of falling. Javid, also 69, hasn't paid much attention to his balance over the years. When he tries to stand on one leg, he immediately starts tipping over and needs to grab onto something for support. He's started to avoid certain activities because he's afraid of falling. What's happening here? Parveen's good balance is a sign that her coordination, muscle strength, and brain function are still in great shape. Javid's loss of balance is a warning sign. His risk of falls, injuries, and even cognitive decline is higher. The best part: balance can be improved at any age. Simple exercises, like standing on one foot for a few seconds each day, walking heel to toe, or practicing light Tai Chi, can help you rebuild stability. Try this test right now. Stand up and lift one foot off the ground. Can you hold it for 10 seconds without struggling? If not, don't panic, but don't ignore it either. The more you work on your balance today, the stronger and steadier you'll be for the years ahead. Ask yourself, do you stumble more often? Do you feel unsteady when turning quickly, or need to hold onto walls or furniture for support? If you notice any of these signs, start working on your balance now. Because the steadier you are, the longer you're likely to stay independent and safe. We've now covered all 5 signs: your walking speed, your grip strength, your ability to stand up from a chair, your emotional resilience, your balance. But what do these signs really mean for your future? And what can you do if you notice you're struggling with one or more of them? In the next section, we'll talk about how to use this knowledge to take control of your health, make positive changes, and add more quality years to your life. We'll also share some inspiring stories from real people who have turned things around after 65, and how you can do the same. If you've recognized any of these signs in yourself or a loved one, let us know in the comments. Which sign do you think is the most important? And what's your secret to staying healthy and happy after 65? What these signs really mean, and why they matter. Now that you know the 5 signs that can predict how long you'll live after 65, you might be wondering, what do I do with this information? Is it too late to make a difference? What if I'm struggling with one or more of these signs? Here's the truth. Most of these signs are not set in stone. They are not a life sentence. They are signals. Your body's way of telling you where you stand and what you can improve. The choices you make today can have a powerful impact on how many healthy, happy years you have ahead.